OhYoNameTaty back again with another video. In today's video, we'll be doing the review to The Flash Season 6, Episode 18. Just one episode away from the season finale. No, actually, the season finale is this Tuesday, honey. And I'm shaking in my boots, bitch. I don't know, like, what you guys feel about this episode? I feel like I'm gonna say this episode was good just because of the fact if it wasn't for the coronavirus, we would have been right on schedule, you know? Like, I don't know how many episodes we would have had, 22 or 23, you know? And so I feel like episode 18 was pretty good. Now for the season finale to be Tuesday, I thought the episode was bad just because I felt like they didn't do anything. Like, they didn't deal with, all they did was have very upset with, you know, he was upset, honey. He was upset. He was banging. He was throwing shit around. He was firing people like, get out. Y'all need to get out of my place. Y'all need to get out my business here, okay? All y'all fired. Y'all need to leave me the fuck alone because I'm not playing. My wife is missing. She the one that writes y'all checks. Who gonna be writing y'all checks? Ain't none of y'all getting paid until she get out. You know? He was mad. He was slamming stuff around. You know, he was cursing out Cecile, like, Cecile, please, like, I get it. Like, Iris is the one that do pep talks, not you. And then Nash tried to give him a little dumbass pep talk. He was like, please, like, all right. Why are you even still here? Like, you know. And I was just, let's speak on the Nash thing really quick. Like, I get it. He played a big part in the crisis. He was pariah. I get it, right? But I feel like the only reason why they keep doing these Wells zizzes is because they love Tom Cavanaugh so much. Like, y'all know them Wells ain't good. Y'all know a Wells hasn't been good since the first season. Like, I could not stand Harry. Harry was boring. Then HR came and I loved HR. HR was my man. Like, he was funny, he was light, he was airy, he brought a different spin to the show because season 3 was so dark and he made it like light. But after HR, y'all should have cut that shit out. Like, I feel like they love Tom Cavanaugh being on set. Like, they just love his energy. They love his family. They love his personality. He's a great actor. They love Tom Cavanaugh. So they will continue to keep writing all these different Welleses because they want to keep him on the show. That's how I feel. Because, look, y'all know that shit not good. Y'all know it's not good. You know it's not good, honey. And you continue to write it. Green light. And so, you know, but back to what I was saying, Barry was mad boots. I felt like the episode was good though. Godspeed was a great addition to the show. I just wish that I feel like it would have made more sense if we had a full season. You know, and that's not their fault. That's why I'm saying it was a good episode, because it's not their fault that they had to stop production and stop doing everything. Because if we had the full 23 episodes, we would not be complaining about, oh, this episode did not need to be here. Like, they need to hurry up and get Iris out before episode 19, the season finale. But no, I'm gonna say the episode is good because it was already written. It was already, you know, in the stages of editing and all that stuff like that. Like, it was a good episode, and a black woman wrote it, so I'm definitely gonna say it was a good episode. Like, y'all ain't finna have me hating on her. Hell no. Just like I don't hate on Eric, y'all not finna have me hating on any other black person that does something in the entertainment business. It's not happening, okay? And so I loved Godspeed though. I felt like Godspeed was sounding a little bit like alchemy to me.
Record this. You have 1 minute, Flash. After that, someone dies every 60 seconds until you surrender what's mine. I have to stop.
Is it just me, Kiana, or did Godspeed sound like alchemy?
Yeah.
He sound very, and then somebody was saying like, oh no, the actor that's been doing Godspeed's voice is the same actor from season 5. And I was like, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know, but
We'll see.
yeah, we will see next season. We'll see. But I don't know, he was sounding a little alchemy to me. Because at first I was like, he sounded a little Zoomish. But then I was like, no. Zoom was more...
That's what I thought at first.
Zoom was more sinister with it. Like, alchemy was more cultish sounding. while Zoom was more sinister with it. And I definitely felt like a cult type of vibe from Godspeed. And what happened? We found out that it was a type of like cult type of situation, because as soon as they took, well, they didn't show us, they did it off screen. As soon as they said, oh yeah, we took off the mask and it was just a regular guy, and then he kept saying the same thing, and then after that he just started gibbering, like doing that bird sound, like you know. And so I was like, okay, this is definitely a cult. Somebody is hypnotizing these people. You know, I don't know what it is, but I tell you one thing, whoever it is sure look fine in that suit. Who is the person who's really in that suit? I'm talking about cast wise, production. Like, I'm not talking about the real person, fiction. I'm talking about in real life. Who is that person fitting in that suit? Whoever it is,
fitting it right.
He is fitting it right, because damn, that suit is fine. That all white, it so reminds me of the White Power Ranger. It definitely reminds me, it's giving me very that.
Very Tommy-ish.
Very Tommy. I used to have a crush on Tommy. Anyway, Iris is going crazy just like Eva asked, and I'm thinking like, damn, will she start to hate Barry like well, we don't got enough time for all that, but in season, it don't seem like she gonna be getting out Tuesday. So will she start to hate Barry like how Eva McCulloch hates her husband? Because she was saying like, yeah, he was looking for me at first and then he stopped and moved on. And so she started to have resentment for him because he stopped looking. Or maybe she hate him for a whole nother reason. Hell, I don't know. The bitches just talk a lot. But I'm like, will Iris resent Barry? Well, no, we know the answer to that. Let me read y'all something. Let me read y'all something real quick. Mirror Iris seems to be playing to Iris as an audience, as she taunted Barry about how for weeks he had shared well-made pancakes in his bed with a phony. Is that fact that Barry was easily duped going to gnaw at Iris at all, or will he get a pass? And Eric gonna say, oh, I think for sure that he will get a pass. I mean, he had no idea, so Iris can't hold Barry at fault for something he didn't know. Are you, Kiana, is that realistic to you? Is that realistic? That is not realistic at all. I feel like Barry, not that Barry should get blamed, but I feel like with Iris going through all this stuff mentally when she gets out, I feel like she should feel a type of way about Barry not knowing that that she was missing for so long, that wasn't Iris. I feel like, not saying that, and then Barry should explain why he didn't second guess any of the flaws that were being shown that Mirror Iris was displaying to Barry every episode. That's what I feel like. But now talking about like, oh no, she's not gonna feel any type of way about it, like, then that means he's not gonna have an explanation for it. If she's not upset, and not saying that she should be upset, if she's not at least asking her questions like, oh, how you know, how did she dupe you? How she didn't know? Like, how could you not tell that it wasn't me? That means he's not gonna have any explanation for it if she don't bring it up. Which I find very stupid. Hello, this is Barry and Iris. They talk about everything and nothing at the same time. You know what? I should have expected that, because they never talk about the hard-hitting, questions that they need to. They never once ever talked about how Barry lied to Iris for months about the Flash, about him being the Flash. Never talked about the fact that Barry was in love with Iris for years. She didn't yell at Barry about that. She yelled at her dad. Never talked about the fact that Barry went months without telling Iris that she was gonna die in the future. Like, Barry has lied to Iris so many, like, they have not had discussions about important things so many times, I'm used to it now. Like, all those things should have been discussed, and they never were. So you're telling me that there's just gonna be something else that's thrown under the rug. Barry being duped. Barry, it's not like Barry was duped to the capacity that he had no idea, like he had no inkling of what was going on. No, he was feeling some type of way when she wouldn't even kiss him after he gave her the mirror gun. He was feeling some type of way when she moved her cheek when they had their first argument. He was feeling some type of way when she was like, okay, you don't need to be the Flash no more, Barry. We can just have some kids. And you telling me that they ain't gonna talk about it? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. The infamous ridiculous. I watched too much of Little Housewives. You remember that part, yeah? But girl, get out of here, girl. And then what's his name? Pied Piper was on the show. I feel like he is so cute to me. I love Pied Piper. What's his name on the Hartley? Yeah, Hartley. I liked Hartley. I liked his storyline. I was like, yeah, he definitely got a boyfriend, because that man was definitely his boyfriend, because that man's face was too clear. Not one blemish was on his face, girl. Girl, I was like, look at his face. I was like, that's his boyfriend. Because his face was just too perfect. His hair was even still cuffed, and he been sitting there vibrating in that bitch since season 1. Like, are you kidding me? Who was cuffing his hair while he over there vibrating? His hair just stayed in place, girl. That was cute. And then what confused the hell out of me is the fact that Hartley was like, no, because they took my world from me, my world. And then when he got his world back, he was like, you can get your world, you just have to believe in yourself. Like, what? Boy, you didn't believe in yourself. What are you talking about? Didn't he say that, Kiana? He was like, Barry, you just have to believe in yourself and you'll get her back. I promise. Just don't have any fear, honey. And I'm like, bro, you didn't even get your own man's back. So what are you talking about? It took Team Flash to get your man's back.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, what? And then let's talk about the whole Cisco thing.
Cisco mad, girl.
Well, not the fact that he mad, but the fact that he talking about how so deeply in love he is with Camilla. We ain't never seen it. The difference between Gypsy and Camilla is that we didn't get to see Gypsy and Cisco's relationship as much as Barry and Iris, and you know they shouldn't. But we did see glimpses into their relationship. Right? We saw them have a bed scene together while he was reaching in the drawer to get a condom. And I was just like, okay, okay, I ain't jealous, girl. We saw him flirt with her. We saw her flirt with him. She kissed him in front of everybody in Star Labs. They had date night for a little like 15-second clip. She introduced him to his daddy, to her daddy. He found out that her name was Cynthia. She's a really good dancer. Cynthia, moving to the groove now. Like, come on, like. But for whatever reason with Camilla, we saw them have one bed scene. No, he was dating her, like, he went on a date with her and kept changing his style up or whatever. And then that's when Nora went back in time like 58 times or whatever the hell she did. And then what else did we see of them? And then all of a sudden she was like, babe, 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 babe. And I was like, what? And then Iris, all of a sudden she introduced her, all of a sudden Camilla was like, oh my God, I heard you were looking for a photographer, Iris. Girl, I'm your girl. What's up? What's the tea? And then all of a sudden, they doing a bed scene together in season 6. Like, what?
Sister.
When is the last time we got a bed scene for Barry and Iris?
Child in ages.
Season. When was the last time we got?
They had a bed scene?
Yeah, they had a bed scene before season 3, episode 10, when he had woke up from a nightmare and his nipples was out. Yeah, it do count. That do count. That's a bad scene. Girl, Cisco and Camilla, they would sleep. They wasn't doing nothing.
All right.
Yeah, when is the last time we see them do a bad scene? mean? Oh, season 4, when Iris had wrote that article, and she got a lot of feedback from it. Like, yeah, we saw DeVoe over here in Slauson. We saw DeVoe over here in Crenshaw. We saw DeVoe over here in Inglewood. We saw DeVoe over here in College Park. Bubba Sparks. Oh my God. Yeah, like, that was the last bed scene I believe we got, because the next one, he was in bed by himself. No, that was before, actually. That was the same episode, actually, because the beginning of the episode, he was in bed by himself sleeping. Girl, he sleep on his back, girl. You know what that mean. He sleep on his back. Strong back. But let's talk about this Caitlyn storyline. Okay, I feel like they trying to set up for a whole like little wolf pack type of episode like they did in season 5, because Caitlyn mama, let's not forget, in season 5 Caitlyn mama was breathing out ice, making her a slushy and shit. And so Caitlyn, well, Killer Frost was scared to go see her mama or something like that. I don't know. She been ignoring her mama calls because Killer Frost felt like she wouldn't accept her like she accept Caitlyn. But girl, her mama didn't even accept Caitlyn. Like, her mama was mean to Caitlyn. Hello, did you not watch season 3? You was in the back burner, girl. You was watching everything that Caitlyn did. Like, hello, keep up with the storyline. First they saying like, oh, Killer Frost is separate from Caitlyn. Then they were like, oh, Killer Frost was there the whole time watching Caitlyn going through school, watching Caitlyn getting her first period, watching Caitlyn go on her first date, watching Caitlyn get her first kiss, watching Caitlyn struggle in college, watching Caitlyn do all this other shit. But all of a sudden now she worried about like, oh my God, what if her mom doesn't accept me? Girl, she didn't even accept her own regular ass daughter. So like, get over it. It's just like, I see what you guys are trying to set up, but it's like poorly written. Like, I get that they were saying like, oh, Danielle's Pennebaker is pregnant, so she can't really do much. Okay, well, don't have her in the episode. Don't have her in the episode then. Like, I get it. Everybody trying to get this check. Everybody trying to get this money. But there was no need to have us see Caitlyn send her little cute ass down on that couch, pregnant at all, for 2 episodes in a row. I didn't need to see it. I didn't need to watch it. You know, I just hate it. I just hate it. It seems like every time they try to do a Caitlyn storyline, they fail. They haven't done a great Caitlyn storyline since season 3. I thought when they made her a villain was the smartest decision they ever did in the history of Flash TV. Smartest decision they ever went. Just to make her, just to give us a fucking refund. Be like, oh, she not really evil, y'all. And go back to being the same bland woman she's been. I felt like Killer Frost gave Caitlyn an edge. And I'm kind of upset that they never gave Caitlyn a relationship. It feels like every time they gave her relationship, it was always to follow an agenda of a storyline. Like, you know how, like, they didn't have to give Cisco Gypsy. He could have been single. They didn't have to give him Gypsy. They didn't have to give her Camilla either. Well, I feel like she had to be introduced somehow. Yeah, so they had to do that. And they didn't have to introduce Cecile as. We didn't have to have Joe and Cecile date. Joe could have been by himself, good by himself. But with Caitlyn, it was always an agenda. And so I kind of feel bad that she ain't never had no man that was just for her. But whatever, it's with the territory, girl. Whatever. I just be getting so upset about her. I just get real passionate about her storyline because I be feeling so like, damn, like I feel like they never do the females on that show justice. Like, they got rid of Linda. I was very upset about that. They ruined Jessie Quick's character. They got her off the show. And then, like, Iris is, like, people don't understand. Like, oh, Iris is like, I kind of hate when people say that Iris is a waste of a character when they write all the rest of the females the same way. And you know what? The surprising thing about the episode was that Ralph was the voice of reason. He was the one telling everybody to leave Barry alone. He's like, it's all right. Look at this person. coming on fast. He was the voice of reason, talking about, okay, you guys, let's take a break. Like, let's leave Barry alone. Let's give him some time to himself. I was like, you know what, Ralph? I like your tall ass. You know what? Okay. I'm starting to like you, Ralph. It's Sue. It's Sue that's rubbing off on him. It's Sue. Because I hated him in season 4. He was annoying as hell in season 5 after they abruptly changed his character. And now in season 6, you know what? I like him more than Cecile. I like him more than Camilla. I like him more than Allegra. I like him more than... He's up there, okay? Ralph, you up there. And then Cisco was going to Atlantis or whatever. And Allegra talking about like, oh my God, could I come with? And Barry like, no girl, you need to stay. Something in my eye. And then Barry like, no girl, you need to stay here, you know, cause ain't no Flash. And it's a big battle that's about to happen. Like I feel like that's the only reason why they keeping her around, cause it's a big, oh, 7-Eleven.
Don't look like it's open.
No, it don't. I just want some fast food.
I'm not gonna allow you guys to eat fast food until July. August.
That's why my neck is getting hefty, because you always cooking. Fast food wear off fast. Look how hefty my neck look. Shit. Anyway.
September.
No, Kiana, you pushing it.
All right. August.
Look at this fucking building I
Stop
hate
that.
so much. That's why it's closed. Closed.
Sister.
Hate that place. Anyway, as I was saying, like, I like Ralph's character. Allegra, I don't know what they finna do, but they making her a full-timer, which is strange to me that they're making Allegra a full-timer, but Camilla's not, and she's a photographer. And she's the girlfriend to Cisco. I would think she would be a full-timer before before Allegra. And then Allegra is talking about, like, I'm a journalist, I report. Like, girl, you was an intern. Let's not forget, like, girl, you don't get no check. You get a what's it called?
Stipend.
You get a stipend, girl.
A pat on the back.
You get a stipend, girl. You don't get no real check.
And a big thank you and a hug.
Yeah, and a thank you. You the one that go out and get the coffees for everybody, girl. You ain't really writing shit yet. How old is she supposed to be? Like 19? Talking about, I'm a journalist. No, girl, you not yet. Like, pipe down, girl.
I can get you a Starbucks.
Oh, come on, turn around. Turn this hoe around. Wrap it around. You said a Starbucks, wrap it around. Come on, let's go. Excuse me. Shit. I want me a double pump of caramel. It don't matter what it is. I want a double pump of caramel in it. I don't care what it is. Just put a whole bunch of caramel in it. Where my card at? Pay it with my card, Kiana. Cause you didn't spend way too much money today. I don't know what is wrong with Kiana. Kiana just was spending so much money. Kiana was just spending so much money, like she over there like with Elon Musk and shit, like just spending all her damn money.
Look, when she kept ringing, I was like,
exactly. If I was there, I would have told you to put some shit back, cause that shit went from, oh, y'all should have seen the receipt. It went from 99 cents, 99 cents, 1.99, 2.99, 3.99. That shit was jumping at every scan mark.
the line. You still want to stay in the line?
Girl, Starbucks lines is always long.
Okay.
Ain't it?
Yeah,
You think that's reasonable? Look at this lady in this Ford Focus. What's she looking like?
Tatiana, be nice.
Damn, that's the line. But you used to lines like this, huh?
Yeah, I am.
Cause scooting around.
You want me to go to the other one?
What other one? The one at Target?
No, the one closer to Target.
No.
All right, I'll stay right here.
Ain't this the good one?
It don't. Yeah, I like this one better,
Cause Kiana, you be getting that nasty hibiscus tea.
I like the hibiscus tea.
Nasty.
You gonna give me one?
No, you gonna get one drink. Like, I'm gonna get one drink, and we gonna get venti waters because they free.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You said a hibiscus tea.
Yes.
What you gonna get?
That's what I want.
Oh, I want, what's the name? I want decaf.
Crazy.
I want decaf what's called?
Caramel.
We should have went to McDonald's. McDonald's got the best frappuccinos.
You ain't finna go there.
Let's go to McDonald's.
No.
And get me a double cheeseburger.
No.
And a small fry and a frappuccino.
No.
Kiana, you know what's really good? A macchiato. A macchiato is good at the top. Once you get to the top of it, it's good. Macchiato. I bet you Barry like macchiatos. You get it? I bet you Barry like macchiatos. Because it's black.
Stop.
You get it because it's black. Kiana, you were supposed to laugh because his wife is black and she black.
Okay, you hurt me.
I'm sorry. But laugh for real.
Report this post.
Report what?
Because this girl sent me...
But y'all get the joke. Y'all got the joke. Macchiato, because macchiatos are black, right? What's a macchiato? Macchiato is the one where it's two-tone, right? That's Barry and Iris, because she black and he white. Macchiato. Yep. I don't know. But back to the episode, I thought, you know what? I was feeling some type of way.
Lord, here we go.
About Barry and Cisco arguing. I feel like both of the women that the woman that Barry love and the one that they trying to make us believe that Cisco love is trapped. And they over here arguing. I feel like that should have brought them closer together, if anything. Like, I honestly hate when Cisco and Barry fight. Even though I feel like Cisco be having some great reasons to want to argue with Barry, I feel like this wasn't the moment. Like, Barry went to sleep for the first time in his life without his wife. Like, he been sleeping in this bitch bed since he was probably like 15.
53.
Kiana, you saying numbers that don't even matter. Like, he ain't even 53 in age. He been having sleepovers with this girl since he was 15 years old. Okay? He has never slept alone. And that was the first night that he slept alone. So sad. And you know what? And then he had to deal with the fact that he was sleeping with glass. He was sleeping with glass, tin, wood, concrete, streamers, confetti. He was sleeping with a whole Michael's department. He had a whole Michael's department in his bed. And he was sleeping with that thing. He had to come to a realization like, damn, I really was sleeping with a whole bitch that was made in Home Depot. Oh my God, like he had to come to the realization of that, girl. Oh, I was just too much. Oh, here we go. And again, I still think that Iris will be able to get herself out. I don't think that anyone's going to be able to save her. I think she has to save herself first, which I've been saying since episode 11. I've been saying, watch, Eva and Iris are gonna get themselves out of the mirror. Eva has already gotten herself out the mirror. She is mirror master. She is crazy. This bitch look young and rejuvenated. She ain't got no gray hairs. She looks beautiful. Her skin is flawless, honey. She looks over there looking like Angelina Jolie and shit. And I feel like Iris will have to push herself and get herself out of, and get everybody else out of the mirror as well. And you never know how many people are stuck in that mirror. They just have to find everybody. I don't know. And then we still have to figure out how Barry is going to be creating this artificial speed force. And hopefully when he does create it, then they'll probably show a scene of, I think that this would be such a beautiful thing to see in season 7 when Barry does officially create the new speed force. I hope that we get to see Barry's kids running with him, their kids running with him, it's like generations upon generations of speedsters, like Wally and his kids and their kids and their kids and so on and so forth. I think that would be a beautiful shot to see Barry running with all of his family. Like that would have just been beautiful to see, for him to see Nora again running with him. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and